Hello, everybody. My name is Ponkers, and we're back at again with the Swampside beautiful property here. The real estate is booming in Timfuck 2, and we are about to make the interior of this lovely home, this lovely abode that we are crafting here. I just did a little bit of brainstorming. I haven't built anything inside yet, but I kind of have a rough idea of what I want the layout to be. So we're gonna try and follow that to the best of our abilities. So first, I want to try probably make the entryway just a little bit. What door do we want to make here? Hey, it's Punkers from the future. Sorry, I just wanted to let you guys know that while I was recording this, I started to realize that building an interior required a lot more focus than I was prepared for. And so I kind of went silent halfway through the recording of this. And I figured, since a lot of people just watch my videos for me talking and nobody really cares about the actual house itself, I was just going to cut out that audio and record this over top. So this is Ponkers from the future, technically the past when you're watching this, but future from the present me that's recording the video of me building the house. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to talk over this. This is going to be a lot easier for me to handle to just talk about things instead of focusing on what interior aspect fits where. And I'll still be playing the video, obviously, so you know like what I'm adding to the inside and you can still see the process, but I feel like it's just going to be a lot more entertaining if I do this. Of my dreams in the great land of Timfuck 2 on Swamp's shit ass swamp. We gotta name the swamp. In the comments, give me some suggestions for what we should name the swamp. I'm already kind of convinced on Timfuck 2 being the name of the like town. Like I'm think I'm gonna just like keep building like houses around here and make like a road. Maybe we'll do like a town thing, like a neighborhood. So I'm gonna name it Timfuck 2. But what should we name the swamp? Listen, put in the comments. Smash like, subscribe, comment. Make sure to smash that bell. All the buttons, all of them. So I did want to talk about a shift that I did recently. And you guys, if you don't know, I am trying to be an EMT. Trying. But in Grand Rapids, at least there's no agency that has any EMT openings right now. So currently I'm working as a mobility driver. And I think I mentioned this in my first video or on this. I don't know. It was a few videos ago. I swear I mentioned this recently, but I'll make sure to put the mobility video here if you guys want to watch it. It kind of just describes what a mobility driver is. Essentially, very boiled down version of a Uber driver with a wheelchair lift. All right, so just like think of it like that. Right, so that's technically what I'm doing. Majority of the time, I'm taking the elderly to like hospitals, dialysis, doctor's appointments, hospital discharges, and all that stuff. That's kind of the thing that I do. And I've been wanting to be an EMT, but since there's no openings, this is through a ambulance company. And so I'm just working under the company right now as a mobility driver in the meantime while I wait for a position to open up, which they said would be in May. So I'm still going to be doing this for a little while. But anyways, I was working a shift, right? So I was in the van and mobility drivers drive by themselves. So I don't have a partner. So it's just me in the van. And we have this little phone that we get at the start of our shift that, sends us the calls. It's dispatch and it has a GPS built into it. It's a bunch of different things. It's really helpful. But I start my day off. I get a few calls. They're all fine, no problems. And then I get this call to like the big hospital in Grand Rapids, Butterworth, if you guys know that. If not, it's a oh, what is it? Uh whatever it's called, whatever I'm trying to say. It's like the best kind of hospital. It's a class 1 or whatever it's called. I don't really know. This is a giant hospital. This is a big hospital. Lots of floors, lots of separate buildings that are kind of just mashed into one center. Um, I've been working as a mobility driver since July. It's been however many months that is. What is that? 6, 7? I think this would be my 7th month doing it. And I still don't really know my way fully around. I kind of have a general idea, but I'm still a little unsure. So every time I get a call to Butterworth, it's like oh, like I might get lost, but usually I can ask somebody and people are helpful, so they don't mind. But I feel kind of stupid asking someone for help when I'm supposed to know what I'm doing. But anyways, I get a call to Butterworth, and luckily it's at an elevator that I recognize, and or it's in a part of the building that I recognize. So I'm like, okay, I kind of know where I'm going. But it's on the opposite end of the opposite side of the building that I park my van at. And this is like, I would say maybe a like 5-10 minute walk, like just to get from one end to the hospital to the other. So it's a hefty walk, right? I'm wheeling around this 60-pound wheelchair, weaving in and out of the hallways, trying to avoid other people. It's not a fun trip. It's a long trek to be in a building. But I go to the opposite end of this building, and also I'm gonna preface this by saying the dispatch, right? I get a call to Butterworth. It just says um, to pick up this lady in this part of the building on this floor, and this is where you're bringing her to. That's all it said. That's all it said. And with most calls, that's all you really need. You just need to know where you're going, what their name is, like where they're going. It's pretty simple, right? You don't really need to know a lot, but that's what I got for this call, and so I didn't question it. But I get up there, right? I have to take the elevator. It's on like a higher floor, so it's at like the absolute opposite, like the farthest it could possibly be from the van. And I get up there and I'm waiting in the hallway outside the patient's room for like 10-15 minutes because nurses can sometimes take a very long time to realize that their patient needs to be transported somewhere. And I kind of just get screwed in that regard. I just have to wait because I can't do anything until a nurse shows up, hands me my paperwork, so I know that I'm transporting them. Like they hand me the paperwork, they do their thing. Sometimes they need to like get them clothed or pack up their things that they have, whatever they need to do, and check them out. So I need to wait for a nurse to show up, and so I'm just sitting outside this hallway for 10-15 minutes, and a nurse finally pulls up and she looks at me in my wheelchair and then looks inside the room of the patient and looks back at me and she says, "You do know she's on oxygen, right?" And I'm like, "Oh, brother. Oh, brother." I check my phone to make sure I'm not totally at fault here, and it does not say the patient's on oxygen. For those of you who are not very into the medical world, if people are on oxygen, if you ever see those little like things that go around the ear and plug into their nose, like people in hospitals, that's usually oxygen, and it just means that somebody's body isn't like taking in enough oxygen to operate correctly. Their body's functioning is kind of low, and so they need that extra oxygen to oxygenate the rest of their body and to help all of the processes of the body just work better. So some people like a normal pulse oxygenation ratio, technical term, don't worry about it. The normal is above 94. So anything above 94 is like, that's the normal amount. But if it's below that amount, then people need to be put on oxygen. And so apparently this lady needed oxygen. And this is like a pretty normal thing for a lot of the people that I transport. So we have a oxygen tank, a D tank. I got a picture of it up there. It's just this little tank. It's like a handheld, probably like this big, right? It's nothing crazy. Um, we have it in the truck, and you have to like twist this little knob on the top, and then this little dial to show how much oxygen. And I was not told that I needed this oxygen thing. So I'm like, I have to walk all the way back to my van. I have to go down the elevator. go to my van, go get the oxygen tank from the van, walk all the way through the hospital again, go up the elevator, and bring it to her so she can be put on my oxygen tank while I'm transporting her. And so I'm just like, dispatch just did not tell me that. And this, I mean, this stuff happens pretty regularly. So this wasn't really the worst thing that happened today. So I was like, okay, whatever. The nurse understood. And so I had to go back. I got it, came back, and I hauled this heavy tank over and I put it in the wheelchair and we get her up and get her in the chair and we're ready to go. And the patient looks at me, gives me a little glare, and is like, I have 7 steps to my house. Um, no, no, I don't actually. I actually didn't know that. I checked my phone. I'm like, the fuck did dispatch tell me? Nothing. I see her name. I see the hospital. I see where I'm going. That's it. They did not tell me she has 7 steps to her house. I'm carrying her in a 60-pound wheelchair. And this lady is not a very, let's say this in the nicest way possible, but she's not a very slim figure, so to speak. So this is easy 250 plus person. Okay. I'm just going to throw that out there, rough estimate. Um, on top of the 60 pounds, this is a good 300 pounds in front of me that I'm wheeling around here. You think I'm going up 7 steps in that? Who the fuck do you think I am, Hulk Hogan? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. You see these alarms? I got a little bit of muscle, but I ain't that strong, all right? I'm a pretty humble person. So I realize I'm in a little bit of a pickle here. And I have to go text dispatch. Hey guys, patient has 7 steps to her fucking house. What do I do? And I mean, obviously I didn't say what I do because I know what I'm supposed to do. We need to get a stair chair, which is a complicated piece of equipment that somebody sips sits in, and we strap them in, and someone's at the top holding like these two little like lever things. Here, I have a picture of a stair chair. If you want to watch a video on how to use a stair chair, go for it, go crazy. But essentially, it's just an easier way to get someone down a set of stairs. And ambulances have stair chairs in them, and I've used a stair chair before when I was working on an ambulance for the short time that I was. My mobility van does not. So I text dispatch, hey, I need a ambulance stair chair. And they're like, okay, help's on the way. And so I'm like, okay. So then we're like, all right, I think we're all good. So then I wheel her out, get her in the van, load her up. We drive over, and I get there. I get to it's an apartment complex, right? It's this really nice apartment area surrounded by beautiful woods. It's a gorgeous place, I won't lie. But I get there and guess what I see when I pull up to the apartment that I'm bringing this lady to? It's another mobility van. And what don't mobility vans have? A stair chair. So I'm a little lost here. I'm a little like, hey guys, hey dispatch, I said 7 stairs. What do you not understand about the fact that I need a stair chair? And this mobility van does not have a stair chair. And these two guys walk out of the mobility van. And if there's 2 people in a mobility van, that means one of them is training. One of these guys was brand new. And I look at them, I'm like, guys, I don't know why you're here. I asked for a stair chair. And they're like, um, okay. And so these guys are like, we don't know what we're doing. So I mean, obviously one of them does because he's a trainer, but I I mean, I'm kind of in charge here. It's my patient. So I'm like, all right, you know what? We're just gonna go look at it. We're gonna see what we can do. Maybe the 3 of us can get this person up. I don't know. Maybe the stairs aren't that bad. Maybe there's another way around. I don't know. So we get her out of the van and get to the like entryway. And we open the door to her apartment thing. And there's this little platform, and there's stairs that go up and down. And she's down. So it's not up, all right? That's better. But these stairs were probably the exact width of my wheelchair. Like my wheelchair would have been rubbing up against the walls of these stairs going down. There's no way we are getting this wheelchair down these stairs. Like there's no way we could do it safely. And there's no way to like hold the bottom of the wheelchair on the bottom. That's why we need a stair chair because there's handles at the bottom of the chair where their feet are. But on a wheelchair, we don't have that. So I tell dispatch, I'm like, okay, guys, like we're not gonna be able to do this. So I get on my phone. I'm like, guy, dispatch, I need a stair chair. And dispatch tells me, oh, I thought 3 guys would have been enough to do this. You and 2 other guys want to just hop over here and see the situation we have? You think you could do this? No, no, they have no idea what's going on. I told them I have 7 stairs, and they think just because there's 3 people, we could just haul this lady in a stair like some Egyptian, like, serfs, like, carrying their crowned royal prince on a like, a giant pedestal and just walk up this set of stairs. No! No, we're not doing that. This is 300 pounds, and we're 3 guys. And this, like, stair I mean, that sounds easy, but going down a set of stairs, that is so dangerous, especially because of how thin it was. And these stairs are pretty steep. These are not like slabs, like, like far. No, no, these is a straight like down. So that was not happening. So I tell them this, they're like, okay, whatever. And then the people that live in the apartment building with her are like, oh, you could go around back in like the backyard and because she's on the bottom because the stair set that goes down, she has a patio back there, and there's an entrance back there too, if that's easier. And we're like, I mean, we can go take a look at it. So then we go back, or we go around, and we're looking at this, and it's like possible we'd have to wheel her in the snow, but possible because there's still snow on the ground right now, guys. So or a very reluctant sigh came over me, and I'm like, "Yeah, this is possible. We can do this." And so I tell the dispatch, "No, you're right. You're right. We don't need a stair chair. We found an alternate way. We're good." And we had in because we're not wheeling her all the way down. There's like this like trail that went around the building to the back, and I was not wheeling her through 100, 200 feet plus of snow. I'm not doing that. So I had to load her back in the van. We had to back up, drive into this apartment building's backyard, and then lower this ramp and then get this lady in the snow. Oh my gosh, dude. Wheeling 300 pounds in the snow when it's like slippery out is not easy. It's not easy. It doesn't sound easy. It's not. Spoiler alert. Sorry, guys. It's not. And it's not very fun. Also, spoiler alert. I know there's definitely people out there that thought wheeling 300 pounds in a wheelchair in snow was like a blast, the most joyous event of their life. But unfortunately, I really hate to break this news to you guys. It's not. It's not. But since we had 3 people, we were able to do it. I don't think I would have been able to do it by myself, to be honest with you. I don't think so. But since we had 3 people there, we were able to. We got her into the back entrance of the apartment building, and then the other 2 guys left, and this apartment, oh, it's the hallways are so thin. They're so thin. I don't know why they're designed like this. My wheelchair could barely turn. It's like a 90-degree like corner, and I could barely make it. But yeah, I got her in. I got my paperwork. I was good. I left. That call took like an hour and a half to 2 hours, when normally a call should take no more than an hour, depending on how far you're driving and the facility and how long you're waiting on people. But 2 hours is quite a while for one call. And when the drive was like, I don't know, like 20, like 15 minutes ish. So that was one call that took forever. The next call was I got a pretty good break after that call, which was good, but then my next call was also at Butterworth. It was in the ER, emergency room. And usually people in the emergency room are people who are unstable because emergency, and so normally these people need an ambulance to be transported anywhere because people need to take vitals on them, and there has to be like somebody in the back accompanying the patient if something does go wrong. So I was a little skeptical about getting a call in the ER for a mobility transfer, but either way I was like, whatever, okay, all right. And I'm not like very familiar with Butterworth's ER. I kind of know a little bit. but I weaved around the maze that is the ER, and I had to ask a nurse for help. And then I finally got to where I was supposed to be, and it was in one of the hallways. He wasn't even in his own room. He was in the patient I was supposed to pick up. This guy, he was just like laying in a bed in the hallway, and I wheel the wheelchair around the corner, and I see this guy laying on a bed with a sheet on. He's like, he's not in the greatest condition, probably. And I turn the corner, I look at him, and he looks at me. We're making eye contact for like 3 seconds. We both look at our wheelchair, like, no, this isn't happening. No, no, this guy can't sit up. All right, what what was dispatch thinking? And this guy's wife is next to him, and she's looking at me too, and she's like, he's not sitting up, and I'm like, dude, dispatch, come on, what is this? What is this? Like, come on. I'm just like, I feel so bad for these people. And I start like talking with them for a minute because I'm like, dispatch did not tell me that you needed a stretcher to transport because obviously this guy was not going in a wheelchair. He couldn't sit up. He was in a bed. We needed to transfer him to a stretcher and put him in an ambulance. And apparently dispatch doesn't understand that. Dispatch thinks I can just like fold someone up. It's like tuck them in my wheelchair and just go. Whatever. They don't tell me anything. Dispatch just like, I don't know who was on duty today, but they, oh my, oh me, oh my. And I'm talking with these people. These people have been here for like hours, and they want to leave bad. I don't blame them for a minute. Who wants to stay in an ER all day, especially if you're not getting paid? Like, come on. So I feel so bad for these people because these people thought that by the time I was supposed to get there that they were ready to leave, and I really wish I could have taken that guy. I felt so bad, but I'm like, yeah, we all know this isn't working. This is not happening. So I have to tell dispatch, "Hey guys, this guy's not going in a wheelchair. Why did you put me on this call?" And the dispatcher's like, "Oh, uh sorry. Tell them that they have to reschedule a transport with our ambulance." And I'm just in utter shock right now. These people have been in the ER for hours, and you want me to tell them to reschedule a transfer themselves? That's the hospital's job. That is the hospital's job. I'm like, oh my God. So I had start talking to these people, and I'm so glad this nurse turned the corner because I was about to tell them that they had to make the call themselves. But this nurse came around and she's like, "Oh, this is my patient. Why are you here with a wheelchair?" And I'm like, "Ma'am, I wish I could tell you the answer, but I don't know. I have no idea. Dispatch is just fucking me over, just bending me over, just slapping me in the face, bitch slapping me with these calls, just not telling me anything. I literally tell the nurse, dispatch has been screwing me all day. And she's like, I don't know if it's your dispatch or my dispatch because Butterworth sends the directions to my dispatch for my company, and then my company sends it to me. So somewhere in the game of telephone, somebody is fucking up bad. And oh, sorry, Mike. Just hit it. So I'm talking with this nurse, and she's like, "Yeah, I don't know whose it is, but someone is just not doing their job because this is horrible." And so after a little bit of chit chat between me and this nurse, I'm like, "Well, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go." And everybody was like, "Yeah." Yeah, we understand. Oh God, I felt so bad for these people. But dispatch just did not tell me anything. Like, why would they even send me that call? I eventually finally leave, and I tell dispatch that, "Yeah, hey, I'm not taking this call," and the nurse is gonna try and figure it out with her dispatch. And so my dispatch said, "Okay, thumbs up, hooray." And that was the last call I got for the night, thank God. But wow, like, just wow. Dispatched was just not on my side today. I don't know what I did to them. I didn't know there was beef between us, but now there is apparently because they just They love to just screw around with me. They're just pranking me. Like, what was this all about? Like, I wouldn't have been surprised if my next call was just a picture of somebody's face and it just said "find them" smiley face at the bottom. Like, what do you want me to do? Just find El Dorado? Like, they're just not. You're if you're not gonna tell me what I need for a call, I can't do it. You know, like if imagine you're in the shoes of an EMT in an ambulance, right? And you get a call and you look at the dispatch notes on your little phone thing, and it just says um somebody's dying. Help them. You're like, oh, great. Oh, really? Wow. Oh my God. Oh, wow. Thank you. Yes. I'll go do that right away, sir. Aye, aye, Captain. No, no, that's not how that works, buddy. You need a lot of more information. And that my dispatch was just not doing it for me today. I mean, thankfully, I wasn't in an ambulance and people's lives weren't in danger because that would have been a whole different ordeal. But still, not cool. I felt so bad for some of these people, and it just made my day that more. I don't know. It wasn't great. I mean, it was entertaining because now I have a funny story and I'm telling you guys about it now. But was it really worth? Debatable. But yeah, that's kind of all the talking points I had for today. So we're gonna get back to the original audio, go back to past Ponkers, and he'll end the video off for us. All right, we are back, everyone. So we have finished the house. The swamp side property is now completed. We got some bushes out here. We got a little path to the swamp. We got this guy. I don't know who he is. He's like a blacksmith. That means there's like a village somewhere around here, right? What? They just naturally spawn like that? Guess so. I don't know. But yeah, we finished the house. Beautiful, beautiful little place. So yeah, let's go check out the inside. Well, you guys already know what the exterior looks like. I've done enough circle rounds. But our door is open for some reason. But this is our walkway into our kitchen. We have a nice, luxurious kitchen where I apparently can swim. I didn't know that was a thing. Yep, we got just some chests, you know, oven, sink. You got all your essentials, some nice decorations, clock. And then we got our living room right here. Got some seats, a table, bookshelf, some paintings, interesting little carpet. And I guess you could consider this a piano. I didn't really know what to put here. Look, I'm not saying I'm an interior expert, but yeah, that's a piano if you couldn't tell. So we got a piano. Yeah, we just got a nice little cozy setup in here. It's nothing too extreme. And then we go upstairs here and we have this little hallway. This is just light. It's nothing. You could pretend like it's a cabinet. And go in this room. This is one bedroom. We just have a nice little setup in here with a beautiful view out to the swamp. And, you know, views on pretty much all sides of the house. And if you sneak in this window, you can kind of see into the other person's room over there. We're going to go check that out. Right across the hall, we got this bedroom, a little bit smaller, but nonetheless, cramped can be cozy, so we don't want to bash on it too hard. It's just a nice little room here, nothing crazy again. It's just very casual interior stuff. And then we have one more place to go, and that's to the attic. So yeah, that's the entire house right there. That's the swamp side property. It's going for a measly, humble, and understanding $334,000. Obviously, it's got a lovely property, lovely, you know, waterfront property with extremely lovely inside. This thing will last a lifetime, I guarantee. And you know, the housing market around here, if there was one, would probably be outrageous, because the housing market everywhere is outrageous. So we have a nice little realistic touch to our imaginary house here. So that is the end of the series. That is the Swampside property in Timfuck 2. And whatever swamp we want to call this, let me know in the comments. Again, I'm going to say it again. But I think next I'm going to probably build a house right here on this peninsula. I might want to expand this a bit and make this grass right here, but I might do a house on this peninsula as like a neighbor. And it's probably not going to be as big, but we'll see where that takes us. So yeah, that's going to be it for today. And now you know what time it is. It's music recommendation of the day. And today it is going to none other than Anarchy Club Collide by Anarchy Club. This is a bit of an older song, I guess. I don't know, 2000, whatever. I found it in Guitar Hero 2 the other day, and I was not disappointed when I just stumbled across this song. I was like, whoa, like this is so groovy, like it's jammy, it's head boppy, it's everything. It's just that dark undertone, just like real metal. You know, if you love that like headbanging, like groovy metal, this is the song for you. Very grungy, very rocky, and very awesome. Great song by Anarchy Club. I don't really know any others by them. I'll have to listen to more of their discography. You guys should too, and let me know what you think. But that's going to be it for today. So thank you all so much for watching, and yeah, without further ado, I will see you guys in the next video. Live life the way you want to. See ya.